Alright, I do not know if there are two level 90 Pictomancer quests, because I haven't ever done Pictomancer. You know, this is my first time running it through, so this is a level 90 Pictomancer quest called Somewhere Only She Knows. Somewhere Only She Knows. I don't know that song very well, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're referencing. Level 90, given to us by Kupopo. We're in Ul'dah, outside of the burial, the burial chambers, like where you can just make a donation, and with limited space available, you can be interred there. But where we found a painting in the coffin that Beruru had purchased-ish, by donation. Anyway, here we go. Cutscene. Sorry for that pop on the K. Why, Mercy, I can tell you've been applying yourself to your training. Oh yes, the enigmatic aura of an accomplished artist is unmistakable. I'm put in mind of Gen Q to the Q as he was in his prime, Kupo. I look tired? Exasperated? I don't know. Whatever. I can't tell what that facial expression is supposed to be, but... Now then, imagine a great big canvas that has yet to receive even a single drop of paint. That, unfortunately, is the state of my search for Beruru. I couldn't find any new clues as to her whereabouts, and I'm at a loss as to what to do next. My options are perhaps we should consider what Beruru's objective might have been, or why did you two have a falling out in the first place, or I'm at a loss too, Kupo. Why did you two have a falling out in the first place? I was reluctant to disclose the events of that fateful day, but perhaps I should have. Let us speak of the very root of our troubles, the argument that led to Beruru and I going our separate ways. Screen flashes white. We have a one of those scenes in that kind of sepia tone of a flashback. And Beruru and Kupopo are maybe having a discussion, but Kupopo seems like he's kind of turned away a bit. On that day, the two of us returned to Limsa after a journey, the first without Jean Q to Q's company. Old age and long years on the road had taken their toll, and we had made the difficult decision to leave him in the care of a sanatorium. With a smile on his face, as he lay abed, he had wished us well in our coming adventure, and reminded Beru that she mustn't... Screen flashes white. Could it be? Yes, it must. Beruru has become part of the painting. I cock my head at this. I don't blame you for being confused. I promise to make everything clear soon, Kupo. Mercy, you've been the best student I could have hoped for. You've trained diligently, aided those in need, and kept your promise to me. I can't rightly ask more of you, but for this thing I'm about to do, I'm afraid I must. I beg you, lend me your strength one last time, Kupo. I look kind of worried, but I kind of try to calm him down a bit, I think. Like it's okay. He shakes his head no. Come and meet me at the Jadeite Flood. I'll be waiting. I cannot begin to guess where that is. Is that back? No. Oh, in Central Shroud? Okay, sure. Gridonia's free. Okay, stop that. It's very annoying. And then 158 gets us down to the Bent Branch Meadows telepoint. Ethernet, whatever you want to call it. And then we fly to the north. Random mount gives us the Mana Cutter. Here's Kupopo and the painting. And some squirrels and little ladybugs for good measure for no reason. Cutscene talking to Kupopo. There you are, Mercy. I'm gonna grab this just in case. It's a nice scene. The painting is leaning against a rock. I know you must have many questions. Allow me to explain everything, Kupo. We both turn to the painting. It took a few pretty pleases, but I convinced the ossuary priest to let us borrow the painting. Beruru inherited it and the other works from Janku Tiliku after he passed away. Apparently I'm a little shocked by that. Oh, okay, sure. On the day of our argument, Beruru and I had returned from our first journey together, as I said, but when we arrived at the sanatorium to see how Janku Tiliku had fared in our absence, all that awaited us was a few of his paintings and personal belongings. White screen, flashback, sepia. A fell fiend had found its way into the facility a few days prior. Seeking to protect his fellow patients, Janku Tiliku confronted and vanquished the beast, but the exertion proved too much. It's one of those Marlboro, a big Marlboro, massive sharp teeth and a plant-like maw. Beruru and I were devastated. If only we had returned sooner, taken a quicker route, or not wasted as much time, Janku Tiliku might still be alive. Such thoughts tormented us, Kupo. White screen. Another sepia. We have a crate and a couple bags. Beruru took it hardest, for she had lost her only family. She clung to me and wept like a child with her doll, and I, in a moment of poor judgment, said something foolish. I told her that she needn't depend on me so, that she could stand on her own 2 feet as a pictomancer, and that she should. She just lost her basically dad, dude. Come on, man. She shoved me away in anger. One unkind word led to another. We shouted at each other till our throats were hoarse. When there was nothing left to say, she stormed off alone, cradling Janku Tiliku's paintings in her arms. The rest, you know. After some time, she journeyed to Ul'dah, sold the paintings for the funds to purchase her tomb, and then vanished. For so long, I've been unable to understand what she was thinking and where she might have gone, but the answer was right under our noses, Kupo. You see, Beruru possessed such a vivid imagination that she could bring any of her thoughts to life. As this rare gift allowed her to not only create but reshape, Janku Tiliku made her promise that she would never use her powers to alter a living being. But in her grief, she did just that. She made herself one with this painting. Huh. That's a little bit different, maybe, than just painting something into existence. It's hard to believe, I know, but the painting itself tells the tale. Once, it exuded warmth and whimsy. Now, it is enshrouded in a stifling pall of sorrow. And this brings me to my request. Using my own magics, I want to enter the painting and save Beruru, but I don't know if I can do it alone. Can I rely upon your aid, Mercy? I nod, with a determined look on my face, pat my chest a couple times. I'm in your debt. Be warned, the painting will be a world where one's imagination is made manifest. That's to say, anything can happen. So see to it you are fully prepared, Kupo. Alright, let me get my motifs going at least. A couple of them. I talk to him again. All set to dive into the painting, Kupo? Ready when you are. Level 90 capped and 655 item level capped event. Sorry, he had an event glow. Normally I mention that, but I failed. Cutscene, black screen. A white light starts like pinpoint in the middle of the screen and then gets larger and larger coming toward us, and then until eventually the entire screen is filled with white. And now we're in a room. Like a checkerboard pattern on the floor. Some paintings on a lot of paintings on the walls. It reminds me of when I was at a big art palace in Russia once. What was that called? Gosh, I can't remember. Looks like we made it, Kupo. My options are, where are we? Or the Grand Cosmos, but how? Or it's like a waking dream. I did do a dungeon called the Grand Cosmos. I did a lot of dungeons as blue recently to get a lot of spells. I don't remember which was which. I'm just going to go with, where are we? The Grand Cosmos was one of them, but as I recall, Janku Tiliku saw this opulent palace in a dream and was inspired to recreate it on canvas. Beruru must be here somewhere. Let's go, Mercy. Give him a nod. Determined eyes again. Duty commenced. Oh, I start with all my... So many paintings, Kupo. I have a bad feeling about this. Can I move, please? We get 4 monsters, so like 3 knights. 2 with spears, 1 sword and board, and a Pegasus kind of thing behind them. Okay. We hammer time them. Why is that not doing any damage? Very little damage, very sad. Get my motifs back. Those monsters, they were muses, given life by Pictomancy. Beruru, where are you? We have a much larger room with a big griffin and 2 like eagles, kind of also griffin-like, but you know. Flight of the Griffin. All right, let's do this. Let's gather you up first, please. I see the eye. A look away mechanic on one of the eagle griffins. Beruru, answer me, Beruru. This fight was kind of cool. This is the fight where I learned Mortal Flame, I think. But we see Beruru asleep on a high-backed chair, kind of like a not very ornate chair, but one where a prince might, prince or princess might sit. Beruru! She's still asleep. It's me, Kupopo. I've come for you. Still asleep, but starting to wake up. Eyes kind of glassy. You've come? For me? No one would do that. No one. Master Zhang Q to the Q is gone because of me, because I was too late. You mustn't say that, Beruru. You're not to blame. Even Kupopo has abandoned me, my only friend. That isn't true. I'll always be your friend, no matter what. Please, Beruru, please come back to me. He starts to fly toward her. And this purple ooze on the ground is in his path and pops up into Zhang Q to the Q. She belongs to me, and you have no place here, says the phantasmal Pictomancer. I love how my phone says a telemarketer, so I can just ignore it. Perfect. Master Zhang Q to the Q? No, you're just a shade born of the imagination. With this big rectangular or possibly square room, curtains on either side, again like a checkerboard pattern on the ground, kind of an off-white and a kind of a teal, maybe aquamarine-ish blue, greenish, alternating. That you should call me a shade, Kupopo. Such insolence cannot be borne. His eyes glow red for a second, and there's a couple slashes that hit Kupopo, and he's knocked back and down. Knocked back and down. I run forward and bare my teeth and say, the real Zhang Q to the Q would never harm Kupopo, or will free Beruru from your clutches. The real Zhang Q to the Q would never harm Kupopo. A Pictomancer, one in possession of my soul crystal, no less. He smiles. An imitation. You are no match for the master you aspire to be. My options are my imagination is my own, and it's more than a match for yours, or I'll show you what this imitation can do. I'll show you what this imitation can do. Bold words, but you will soon be made to know the true power of Pictomancy. And dark purple miasma. He turns into a dark purple miasma and floats into the air. And now he's this massive humanoid without a bottom jaw. Like the face just ends where the upper jaw is. And he's got these green tentacles floating, like poking out quite a bit from the bottom, like midsection, kind of where the stomach would be, of this big black robed figure with kind of elongated-ish skeletal hands. Here within my masterwork, imagination dictates reality. I shall paint the finishing touches in shades of your terror. Arms raised to the sky, screen goes white and black. And I won't be able to keep up with anything they say probably from now on, so sorry. Gotta stay alive. Forgot I want to stay in this. This circle, which is my 2-minute cooldown, makes casting faster. Kind of like the Black Mage's ability. I want to oh gosh, dang it. This is bad. Ooh, I could have dashed, but I still came out okay. So there was something that popped up in kind of one of the corners. What is this? Hold on. Oh, did I I don't know if I dodged that correctly, but... Sorry, there was a couple lines. Do I get any healing in this besides this really slow heal? Because I'm not going to survive if this is it. Arbor motif? Okay, what are you doing, big tree? Okay, a bunch of cones that are kind of like alternating. Sculpt, so turn away mechanic. But yeah, one of the mechanics was like 2 long blue lines kind of down the middle, and they had little arrows kind of jumping outward, perpendicular. And what those arrows signified, apparently, was that they would be kind of moving inch by inch, like water. Mountain motif, what are you gonna do? You get this, one of those monsters that's like buried in the ground. You see the arms and the head. Oh. So an expanding circle thing, and then the boss himself had a cone. That's nothing too bad to avoid. Blaze in red. What are you doing now, bud? Flower motif. Oh, yep. Little Rafelsa thing popped in the corner. You want to get behind it. The blue lines again with the kind of the jumping blue arrows. So I want to let it go. Okay, I guess I didn't dodge it the right way the last time. Finish him off with a wing motif and then the Moogle blast thingy. Cutscene. As the dark robed weird figure thing disappears, Kupopo kind of raises himself up into the air again, shaking it off. You did it, Mercy! Your imagination triumphed over his! Probably my gear, a little more than the imagination, but okay. Give him a nod. Beruru! Wake up, Beruru! I hate pronouncing that name. Beruru. Beruru. I could just say Biru. Next time, maybe. He flies over to her. She's still in the chair. Still kind of... Come on now, you stubborn fool of a Lullafell. Snap out of it. She blinks. Her eyes are no longer cloudy. They're purple. It's pretty. Kupopo? What are you doing here? We came to bring you back, Kupo. We've been looking all over for you. I explain further, I guess, what the situation has been. I never thought that anyone... Jeez, what the hell? I didn't ask you anything, stupid phone. That's the first time you've ever done that. Weird. I never thought that anyone would come after me in the painting. She gets off the chair. Mercy, was it? Thank you for accompanying Kupopo in his journey. My options are, it's a Pictomancer's duty to help others, or why did you enter this painting? Why did you enter this painting? That voice sounds a lot like Beruru's. I'll try to make hers a little bit more. I thought I might be able to meet Master Janku here. He died because of me, because I lacked the experience to anticipate what could happen. What, to see the future? It's not your fault, Beruru. Even the brightest, most imaginative minds can't predict the future, Kupo. Why are you even here, trying to be nice after everything you said? My best friend, and you abandoned me when I needed you, told me to make my own way. You know why I said what I said, Kupo. I'm not real. No matter how much I wish it, I can't remain by your side forever. What? This shocks me and my character. Like the Janku we defeated, I'm a product of Pictomancy, your imaginary friend and nothing more. Wow. Wow. Okay. It isn't uncommon for children to have imaginary friends. They create us in their minds to help cope with their struggles. But children grow up, and when they do, we disappear, Kupo. You don't have to disappear, though. I painted you into being, my very first creation. Just like I painted Master Janku so I could fix my mistake, and so I wouldn't be alone. She looks very sad, looking at the ground, not sure what to do yet. Pictomancers can do wonderful things. By bringing our imagination to life, we bring hope to those in need, Kupo. He turns to me. This, Mercy learned through her journey. And so did you, Beruru. She looks sad still at the ground. But no matter how harsh reality may be, a Pictomancer isn't meant to paint over it, Kupo. Rather than escape reality, we're meant to give people the courage to face it. But how can I when those who matter most to me are gone? My options are, if you carry on for them, they'll always be with you. Or in giving hope to others, you'll find hope of your own. In giving hope to others, you'll find hope of your own. Giving hope to others as a Pictomancer. Perhaps I can find the strength to stand on my own by holding them in my heart. Kupopo nods, twirls in the air. You will, Kupo. You absolutely will. And you'll be just fine. Does, like, doing a little shaky dance. He flies into the air, like up toward the ceiling, and then turns into blinding light. Safe in that knowledge, I can now take my leave, Kupo. Farewell, Mercy. It was a joy to journey with you. Farewell, Beruru. You're my dearest friend, and you always will be. This is all on a white screen, while I cry my eyes out. In a black screen, we speak with Beruru. where we left with Kupopo to enter the painting. Cutscene. We see the beautiful forest of Gridania. Or, sorry, the Shroud. She's looking over a small cliff and turns to me. There's a beautiful river or stream, whatever nomenclature for it. Mercy? I walk to her. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. Thank you for helping Kupopo to find and save me. I shake my head. No, kind of eyes a little bit, sad. When he faded away, a warm and comforting ether flowed into my body. The magic I used to create him, I think. In that instant, the moments and memories he shared with you became mine. I'm a little shocked at this. That's cool. She turns back to the river and the woods. The shade of the Shroud, the chill of Corthus, the brilliance of Kugane, the two of you traveled far. She shakes her head a little bit, still turned away from me. I felt Kupopo's desperation as he searched for me, his yearning for our days on the road with Master Zhangqiu Tilaqiu, and his happiness at having found a friend in you. But what of you, Mercy? How did you find the journey? My options are, I enjoyed training to become a Pictomancer. Kupopo was a wonderful travel companion, or it was hard keeping up with Kupopo. It was hard keeping up with Kupopo. Sorry. Kupopo was a wonderful travel companion. She nods. Kupopo would be glad to hear that, and I am too. It means a lot to know that someone else will remember him fondly. I saw my first Moogle here, the way it danced through the air, so full of life and joy. What child wouldn't have wanted a friend like that? I could create him again, recall the feeling in the image and paint him anew. But I won't, because, as the two of you have taught me, parting isn't the end. I give a little nod to her, a smile she didn't see. Thank you, Mercy, for everything you've done for both Kupopo and me. From here, I will set out on another journey as a Pictomancer. Wherever I go, I vow to paint a path of hope as Master Zhangqiu Tilaqiu once did, and just as you will continue to do, I'm sure. She gives a curtsy and runs off. Turns back, waves. I wave as well. And she continues running. Some say she's still running to this day. The quest is complete. 994 560 experience points, 2554 gil. There does not appear to be another quest. So that's it. With this beautiful scene behind me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you for whatever of mine you watch next. Bye-bye for now. Thank you, Moonbreeda, for accompanying us as well. We miss you. Hopefully that's no spoiler.